Yo, 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 shalom, 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 family. Blessings, greetings, salutations, all that. Welcome back to another episode of Nus Babal. And we back with the global news, the updates, and most importantly, y'all know we all about traveling, expatriation, helping our brothers and sisters get out of Babal, get out of confusion. And we are here on the motherland. And we've been here, me, my family. We have expatriated, repatriated, moved back to the motherland for 3 years now. And I can say it's been some of the best 3 years of my life, just having the free time to spend with my family, explore, continue our journey, and just really soak up everything, the blessings that's here in the motherland. But specifically, we in East Africa, Tanzania. And hit the link below. Make sure y'all follow the video, like, subscribe for more content. But we in Tanzania. And so us, as far as like what we want to do to help out our community is welcome people to not only to the continent, but to Tanzania, because we actually here in Tanzania. We can host you as far as tours, help you guys out with whatever you may need, repatriation stuff, whatever it may be, setting up your business, getting your residence permit. We got all that connections. So we trying to help our diaspora family and facilitate stuff like that. But again, Tanzania is the home that we have chosen, and it's a lot of big things going on in Tanzania. And it's one thing to hear about it, but to be here and see it happening on the ground in real time, the roads that's being built, all the infrastructure that's being developed is truly amazing. Bridges, roads. Tanzania is pretty much one of the biggest economies in East Africa, but the trajectory they headed on is toward one of the biggest countries in, as far as Dar es Salaam, where we at, biggest cities, a mega city in Africa. So Tanzania is really on the rise. And I've seen some news talking about that I really want to bring to you guys and share. So those who are doing research, who are considering, can have some ammunition, right, to help them make that decision. Because obviously we talk about Africa, but it's 54 countries. And a lot of people just be like, do your research and go here, go there. But sometimes we don't have that much time. And for me, Tanzania is the place to be. And if you guys not familiar, I came in 2021 during the time when Magufuli, right after the time Magufuli had just passed. But that's when I first found out about Tanzania in 2020 with the pandemic situation happening. And Magufuli was a great president, one of the ministers of development, and he is responsible for a lot of development that has happened. He has since been laid to rest, but even the president who is in power now has continued a lot of his initiatives. So I want to get into this current news, recent development, what's happening with this inaugural and pretty much this initial electric train that is here in Tanzania. So let's check out the news clip. So let's get to it. And the thing about it is, I've actually seen this train being developed. I seen them building it. They was building it. I saw the track when I first came into the country, but now it's fully activated. It's working. You can take the train from Dar es Salaam, where we at, all the way to the capital city of the country, which is a little bit in the interior. But it's really changing the game for Tanzania. But let's see what they're talking about. Yeah, know what time it is.
And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid the coups and the crises, there are many positive stories from Africa that often get overlooked, but not on this show.
They say amidst the coups and the crises, it's a lot of positive news happening. That's what we're here for, to bring you guys the news about what's happening on the continent. But again, this is firsthand experience. We've seen it. It was good to watch this video because, again, they already got the graphics and did the lead work going on to get it. But I'm actually here. I've seen it in operation. I've seen it being built, and I can testify that it's definitely true. And need to take a trip on it, man. Look forward to it, man. So, but like you say, it is positive things happening on the continent, and we do want to highlight that. That's really important.
In a significant leap towards modernizing its transportation infrastructure, Tanzania unveiled a new electrified commuter railway line, and now linking the bustling commercial hub of Dar es Salaam with the nation's capital, Dodoma. This state-of-the-art rail service promises to revolutionize travel in the East African nation by slashing journey times and offering a green alternative to the country's traffic-clogged roads. Our final report gets you all the details.
Trains have long been a vital artery in the economy of India.
One thing I want to talk about is what they're saying, how it's a big step into reducing the emissions. The method they use now all throughout Africa is the buses. The I ain't gonna call them party buses, but tour buses or coach buses. They call coach buses in the United States, like the Greyhound type of buses, and they use these buses to again navigate the interior regions of the country. But again, the roads are 2-lane roads. The roads not good everywhere throughout all the interior of the country. And if anybody who's traveled to the inland outside of the main city, what you notice is on the road, you'll see these buses in accidents. You will see these buses maybe flipped over on the side of the road. Same thing with the tractor trailer, the 52 foot trailers. Maybe the drivers, driving from these different interior African countries, which a lot of them source things from Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, all this stuff. So it's a lot of inter-African trade happening. But these drivers they be driving like all night, and just sometimes you see accidents on the side of the road. So it's a really big step for Tanzania and Africa. And actually, it's big news because not only did Tanzania get an electric train, they pretty much with just this first installment, with it being from Dar to Dodoma, it's pretty much like one of the longest trains in Africa. And they plan to make it go all the way to the other interior border of Africa, which actually makes it closer to the other countries that Tanzania is trading with a lot. So it's a really big step for just the safety, not only energy reduction and efficiency, but for the safety of the people and stuff like that. It really does make a big impact, seriously.
Any country. They provide an efficient and reliable means of moving people and goods, thus alleviating the pressure on road networks and reducing traffic congestion. In developing countries, the significance of a robust railway system is even more pronounced. These nations often face challenges such as limited road infrastructure, high traffic congestion, and the dependence on older, less efficient modes of transport. Trains can bridge the gap, offering a cost-effective, reliable, and sustainable mode of transport. Now, Tanzania has taken a significant step towards modernizing its transport infrastructure. It has launched a new electrified commuter railway. This line stretches between the commercial hub of Dar es Salaam and the capital city of Dodoma. It aims to alleviate the heavy traffic woes that plague the country.
I am so happy with this service since it will bring big contributions, especially by creating employment for many teenagers. It will increase the number of tourists who will be visiting out country. But above all, it has really helped make transport smoother.
For Tanzanians and the foreigners or anyone who's visiting Tanzania, I think this is the right time to do business within the country, because we see growth in terms of economic activities. We see demand in terms of products. Perishable goods can now be transported within the same day. So this is very interesting.
And I don't know if you really quote what he was saying. Sometimes they have a little accent when they're speaking, but what he was saying is this is the game changer basically for Tanzania, because this is something that's going to again increase the trajectory of the economy. And you can see it in the real estate prices going up a little bit, still very affordable, but modest gains happening, and just this is going to unlock a lot of the economy, because now again inter-African trade is a huge thing. We got to remember most of the countries in Africa are landlocked, right? So a lot of things come from the port and either in East Africa, either through Nairobi, Kenya, or Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So a lot of the trade is going to be more easier facilitated. So again, it's a big deal, and like I said, basically it's a boom for the economy in Tanzania, which is again what his point was. He was saying it's a great time to invest, and that's what I'm really here to tell you guys. Like I think that's a great point. Like now is the time to invest in Africa. That's why we want to be able to be here as a liaison, again, help you guys facilitate that, get in, show you guys, do investment tour. We could just, sometimes you could take a tour and not just go to the beach we could do an investment tour and take you to so many investments, different sectors in Africa that's really set to move forward. Specifically in Tanzania, again, we by the ocean. East Africa, we got the beaches, and we pretty much connect to all the inland inter-African countries. So it's really going to unlock a lot of trade on the continent. So this is the beginning of something that's going to, have a big ripple effect on the continent for sure. In East Africa, which is the most populous region, right? A lot of people think of Nigeria having 200 million people, is almost as much as the United States. And Ghana, one of the most popular countries in Africa, West Africa, but actually East Africa is the biggest region with Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. That's the most robust region and the most populous. And so it's a lot happening on the east side, man. And I'm glad to be able to represent it. So let's continue.
Constructed by a Turkish company, the 440-kilometer railway is a key part of Tanzania's ambitious 2,561-kilometer standard gauge railway network. This extensive network is designed to connect the northern and western regions of the country to Dar es Salaam. A vital port city on the Indian Ocean, it's set to play a pivotal role in enhancing the nation's connectivity and boosting its economic growth. The new railway line boasts modern amenities, including air-conditioned carriages from South Korea equipped with built-in Wi-Fi. These features have already won the favor of travelers who have grown weary of the outdated diesel-powered buses that dominate Tanzania's public transport. The new trains not only promise a more pleasant travel experience, but also represent a significant upgrade in the nation's public transportation infrastructure. According to the Tanzania Railway Corporation, the service will operate daily trips between Dodoma and Dar es Salaam, significantly reducing the travel time from the usual lengthy bus journey to approximately 3.5 hours. This new rail system is expected to provide a safer and more reliable travel option for Tanzania's growing population. Moreover, it will help reduce carbon emissions and curb noise and air pollution, contributing to the country's environmental conservation efforts. The benefits of the new railway system extend far beyond Tanzania's borders. In December 2022, the country signed a $2.2 billion contract with a Chinese company to construct the final section of the railway line. This extension is in...
If you pay attention to what it's saying, again, $2.2 billion deal to build railway line to connect landlocked neighboring nations to Tanzanian port. So again, the port alone in Tanzania is a great economic incentive. Like it's like an economic boom for Africa, especially for Tanzania. It's something that they have that some place like Rwanda doesn't. Zambia. Just talking to another expatriate brother of mine from the United States who was in Tanzania, but now he in Zambia, right? And I was just asking him, how's everything going? Zambia cool, talking about the weather. It's cool, it's all right. But he was like, I miss Tanzania, I miss going to the beach. And for me, being from Miami, that was a big deal. Being by the water, Africa, once you go into the mainland, it's like, it's all pretty much, a lot of the stuff look the same as far as the landscape and on the continent, as far as I've seen, but Tanzania got safaris, we got huge mainland, but having that port and the beaches and all of the economic activity that brings, Rwanda doesn't have that. You see what I'm saying? Like the DRC doesn't have that. Tanzania got mining, DRC got mining, but Tanzania got certain economic incentives from the port, from the ocean, being on the coast that a lot of nations don't have. And then you got Tanzania and Kenya, but again, you see some of the turmoil right now Kenya going through. Kenya seems to be, people say it's a little bit more developed, but it's also a little bit more progressive as far as the policies and just how they're trying to tax the people, which is what they were recently having some protests about. But Tanzania is really, really cool, man, really cool. So carry boo, man, carry boo. But it's good that, again, the African continents, the countries are working together. And again, Tanzania is building up its infrastructure, which is going to basically help, again, inter-African trade, which will benefit even those interior landlocked countries. So that's huge for Africa.
Intended to link Tanzania's main port with neighboring countries, helping in enhancing regional trade and cooperation. The new electrified commuter railway represents a transformative shift in Tanzania's transportation landscape. It offers a modern, efficient, and environmentally friendly alternative to traditional road transport, benefiting both the economy and the environment.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna leave it right there for right now. But the thing is, that's huge for Africa, and that's huge for Tanzania, bro. And again, it's one thing you see them building it and stuff like that, but to have it get it going, and it's the thing. Again, it's a huge compliment and congratulations to Tanzania, first of all. And you know, the thing about it is, we from developed nations. We from the United States. Like I said, I'm from Miami, so we know what a developed society is supposed to look like. You know, it's like it's easy to say, well, they should have been had trains. Like we had trains, but it's when you get here, you feel like you see like how much of a struggle it is to secure financing sometimes for certain things. These people don't have credit cards like that. It's a very much a cash society. People save up for cars. They buy their land with cash. They build their house cash, which is that's why these people are rich in a sense. They come in richer than the West because these people can travel. The Africans who are above poverty line, and those who in that percentage of the population who are homeowners and they have decent jobs, they able to send their kids to good schools and go to boarding school and send their kids to Europe or whatnot, because once their house is paid for, it's in the family, and now they're able to like have all that extra revenue to do other things with, continue investing, et cetera, et cetera. So I was really excited about that when I realized, you see it, but when you realize how things work, like, okay, it's a little bit tougher to not have credit, it's no mortgages, not that much. It's a very small percentage, of mortgages. I mean, they have some, but as a foreigner, it's not really available for us to come and get credit like that. But when you realize the power of, again, that cash society, it's optimistic for the future, because this population is not saddled with debt like the population we come from. So it's like you gotta be careful, because they look poor, but these people are certain population of a very wealthy, certain percentage of the population is very wealthy, as opposed to America, where everybody look rich, everybody's shoes clean, nobody walk around barefoot, but people like broke, and a lot of debt. They maybe have debt for the next 30 years that they can't. It's unsustainable. Just the lifestyle, the way they live. So something to pay attention to, because basically economic development like this only become tailwinds to this type of structured society. So that's the news. I wanted to bring it to you guys. I want you guys to hear from me. Somebody in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam, East Africa. I'm loving it. Give you guys the feedback and let you know that's what we here for. We're here to serve, not just bring the news, but like I say, for those interested in coming back, book a consultation. We can, everybody's situation different. Where you coming from? How long you plan to stay? What exactly do you want to do when you get here? Some people want to come and go on safari. People want to go to Zanzibar. Some people want to go on an investment tour and invest in this real estate here, this property here, these businesses here, this opportunity here. So we want to facilitate that for you guys, but also, again, keep you guys up to date with what's going on. So it's been your brother, For Yahuah from Nus Babal. Until the next episode, man. See you guys later. Shalom, shalom, family.